So something I hinted at in the previous two videos on multiplying is that a times b is not the same as b times a. Now you know when you're doing normal multiplications in algebra, a times b is the same as b times a. So for example 2 times 3 equals 6 and 3 times 2 equals 6, you get the same result. Not so with matrix. So I've picked on square matrix because they'll always multiply both ways, because they've got the same number of rows and columns obviously. So let's have a look. So they're both 2 by 2, so they both multiply. They've got the same rows and columns. So let's have a look. Let's quickly rattle this one off. A, B is, so I've got 1 times 2, and then I've got minus 1 times 1. Okay, so that's that way by that one, and then I do this one by this one. So I'm going to have 1 times 1. I've deliberately picked the numbers because it's not about the maths, it's about the process. So 1 times 1 minus 1 times 2. Tidy it out. Okay. And then, so I've done that one by that, and then I've done that one by that. And I'm going to do this one by this. So 2 times 2 plus minus 2 minus 2 times 1. Okay, and then moving on, so 2 times 1 plus minus 2 times 2. Okay, so let's see what that gives me. So I've now got 2 plus 2 minus 1. Okay, 1 times 2 is 2 plus minus 1, so minus 1. Then I've got 1 times 1 is 1 minus 2. And then I've got 4. 2 times 2 is 4 plus yeah, okay. Then I've got 4 minus, so let's not have a plus in there, minus 2. And then I've got 2 times 1 is 2 minus 4. And then that will give me a final answer of 1. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. And so this is AB. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 4 is minus 2. Can't write it down there. Okay, so I'm going to make a note of this one. Do it in a different colour. So AB equals 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2. Assuming I didn't screw the maths up or something horrendous. Okay. So leave them on, rub this out. So I've got some space. Right. So B times A now. So B times A will give me, so let's have a look. It's hard to work the other way around, in my mind anyway. So it's going to be this times this. So it's 2 times 1 plus 1 times minus 1. Okay. So I've done that, that by, sorry, see I'm already going wrong. double check myself. That by this. I was right first time, sorry. Okay, so 2 times 1, 1 times 2, yeah. And then move along to the next one. So 2 times, when I'm doing this column, it's probably easier to rewrite it, to be honest with you. Let's see if I can do it without screwing up. So then it's this one times this one. So 2 times minus 1, and then 2 times minus 2. Okay. And then we move on to this one, going across. Let's just double check myself there, because have I gone? So that times that, then that times that, minus 1, minus 2, correct, okay. Really confusing myself. And then move down to this one. So 1 times 2, 1 times 1 plus 2 times minus 2. 2, sorry. And then move to the next one. So 1 times minus 1. If I get this right, it'll be a miracle, I tell you. And then I'm doing this one, so then 2 times minus 2. Okay. Starting to lose the plot. I think we're okay. So this gives me, at least I can start looking at these now as they are. So 2 plus 2 minus 2 plus, so it's minus 4. And this is, going back here, 1 plus 4. And here we've got minus 1 times minus 4. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 2 minus 6 is minus 4 is minus 6. And 5 and minus 5. Okay. So obviously B times A is not the same as A times B. Okay. So a tip for you there, it's obvious. If you were doing this, it's better to rewrite that out here and then just forget about that, and it's a lot easier to follow it. It's hard enough to get the idea of this across by down, and then across by down without having to think backwards. We're not good at that as humans. Okay, just to prove my point, just a little add-on to the end of that video, I got it wrong. So I had another look when I turned the camera off, and this should have been, so I tried it the other way around, moved my A to this side, and then it was a lot easier to follow, and I went wrong here. So it was this one, when I got to, that should have been 1 times 2. Obviously I'm losing it again. 2 times 1, 1 times 2 that way, and then I move to this one, so it's 2 times minus 1, and then 1 times minus 2, that one there. Okay, so that would have given me an answer of minus 5, not minus 6. Still obviously the different answer, A, B and B and A, but another, just shows how easy it is to go wrong, which also, I mean, this was only a simple 2x2, but imagine when you're doing 3x3s and 4x4s. So another point why software is fantastic, because it's so easy to go wrong. And we'll see the risk later on when we start solving problems, how easy it is to go wrong. Okay.